Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Swooning Over Stands. And today, let me remind you where we left off. Uh, it was where Dipper and Stan and Ford, my bad, were teaching us how to play Dungeons, and more dungeons. And I'm really excited to figure out what's gonna happen next with our little adventure. Yes, look. The chandelier overhead ignites. Oop! I forgot to turn on the music. My bad. My bad, you guys. So that way you guys can hear the sounds. And I turn. There we go. The chandelier overhead ignites, casting the room in a warm orange glow, and revealing the impressive door on the far wall. In front of it is a large cloth-covered lump. Take a look, or straight for the door. Let's take a look around. Roll for investigation, just like earlier. Dipper. You approach it to inspect it. As your footsteps go near, the lump shifts, rising to reveal that is, in fact, a goblin. The goblin stands to attention and tries to pretend it was never asleep. Travelers, I notice thee, and demand you answer these riddles 3. Jeez. Let's answer the riddles. Because I think Ford would like that I'm trying to enjoy the game with them. The goblin reaches into his pocket and pulls out a crumpled piece of paper that he unfolds with care. What has 88 keys but can't open a single door? Let's try it. What would Ford like? Oh, come on. There we go. Let's answer the riddle. I've heard this one before. It's a piano, right? Next, what kind of keys cannot open doors? Let's let Ford answer this one. A turnkey. And finally, what is the first thing you did on your adventure? Look around. Homies, wow. The door is now open to you, fabulous homies. Jeez. The goblin steps aside to let you go through the doorway. And with that, you've cleared my goblin puzzle. Well, a fourth of them anyway. It could have gone so many other ways. Dipper then beams and you follow his line of sight to realize it's because Ford just gave Dipper an encouraging smile of his own. Aww. That's so sweet. As soon as you enter the next room, the wall melds over the doorway, sealing you in. Glancing around, the far wall of the room appears to be a different material and color than the rest. Through it, it could just be the lighting, but to the left, you see a rows of lights affixed to the wall. Let's inspect the lights. After inspecting the lights and interacting with the lights for a few minutes, you come to realize a few things. There are 26 lights. You can touch them to make them glow. You can only touch 6 of them at a time. What the heck was that? And once 7 are touched, all the lights fade back to their original color. Each light is labeled with integers that run consecutively from 1 to 26, starting from the leftmost light. Looks like we need a password for this one, Rebecca. If the puzzle is fair, it must be a word we've already been introduced to. One that stands out. Indeed, Ford. Oh, but look at them just standing there. That's so... You think and think back to the first room, when Tyros pocketed the note from the first room of the dungeon. What was that word again? Oh god, oh, I have to remember? Oh god. It was... proceed? Ah, darn it. You try to spell out proceed, but you're unable to highlight the same letter twice. Dang it! Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2... Homies? Yes! You spell out the word homies, and all the lights illuminate in unison and disappear. The room rumbles around and turned around to find a green glass door. Walking up to get a closer look, you see that engraved on the door is a riddle. Oh god, another riddle. No! Not another riddle! Dipper, come on! The door reads, if you go into the green glass door, you can bring a ball, but not a bat. You can bring a book, but you can't bring a novel. You can bring a coffee, but not tea. And you can bring letters, but you can't bring numbers. If you wish to proceed, you must present an acceptable offering. Oh, God! Ah! Why? Oh, God! Oh, good Lord. An interesting one, Dipper. Let's see. A ball, but not a bat. I think I understand, Rebecca. What could you bring through the door? Hang on. Let me just grab this real quick. That way I don't lose you guys. A mystic amulet, an hourglass, a jade pendant, a golden bellflower. Okay. If you go through the green glass door, you can bring a ball, but not a bat. You can bring a book, but you can't bring a novel. You can bring coffee, but not tea. You can bring letters, but you can't bring numbers. What can Alex bring through the door? I think it's an hourglass. I offer my Baron's Book of Spells. Tyrus offers his cutlass, and the door dissolves, letting the party through. Yes! Ow. Okay, that was weird. While Dipper's flipping through his notebook for the next part of the dungeon, Ford nudges you, holding up a hand for a high 6! Yay! That was a nice job! I'm impressed you got the riddle. Really? That was the hourglass was the right one? I completely guessed. Is it hot in here, or is it a side effect of the green glass door? You high 6 Ford beaming as Dipper finds the page he needs to continue the game. The green glass door swings open and you go through. To freedom! And there it is, the end of the dungeon. Aw, that was awesome. I cut it down a bit on the fly. I didn't want to make it too long. I would have ran a murder mystery, but I've had planned out for ages, but my test runs have never gone very well with my focus group. So, what did you think? Let's see. So what happens next? When do we fight the sorcerer? I'm like, I think my character would be like, doing this with her hands, like, leaning in, like that. I think it's gonna be fun. This is actually a transition into the next super plot-centric campaign about infiltrating the sorcerer's tower castle. Dipper shows you a couple pages of his campaign book, which looks to be filled with various dungeon sketches and realistic physics calculations, crowded but into every spare space. Well, Dipper, I think you did well. Now, it's not easy adding an extra player on short notice like this. I always write it in just in case, but not completely, just a few notes. Ford and Dipper launch into a conversation about dungeon mastery as they clean up the AMD setup, returning the game components to the original glossy fantasy box. Oh, my nose. I have coffee. Coffee. They're too fast in practice for you to figure out how to set up, how to help. So, you just pick up the dice and Ford lent you and return them to their original velvet bag. Yay! Dipper leaves to put the DDAMD box back upstairs, and then it's just you and Ford. Rebecca, you did well for a first-timer. I take you into a dungeon with me. Oh, that is amazing. That's so sweet. I mean, Ford gives you an embarrassed smile, but you're already smiling at him yourself. I know what you mean, Ford. Thanks. I know what you mean. Thanks, Ford. A call comes from the kitchen from what sounds like Stan. Haha. Well, I talk more, but I'd better see what he needs. Ford moves past you, heading towards the kitchen. You suddenly feel the need to hold on to this moment, like you need to say something. Ford? Yes? Now that he's looking at you again, you don't remember what you were gonna say. All you say is, Here's your set of dice back. Thanks for letting me use it. Ford chuckles, shaking his head. No, you keep it, in case you decide to join us again next time. See you at dinner, Rebecca. This is too cute. Oh, God. Okay. Yay, the love meter is filling. But I've still got a long way to go. Look at how different Drew Ford. That's... I think maybe my next run, I'm gonna do the Stan route. Someone thumps their fist on the storage room door, stirring you from your sleep with a jolt. And a thud as you fall off the mattress. Ouch, that's gotta hurt. Scrambling to your feet, you step over to the door and swing it wide open. Rebecca, I need your help! It's at that moment you look down to see Waddles swaddled in her arms, wearing a top hat and a small bow tie. Why is Waddles looking so dapper? He does look pretty dashing, doesn't he? Wait, we're not here to dish out compliments. There's an emergency! I love emergency. Oh no! Oh, good lord. Okay. Mabel stares up at you with wide eyes, her little arms unmoving as Waddles attempts to wriggle free from her grasp. The kid's stronger than she looks. Knowing Mabel, this could mean she has a new crush. From what Dipper's told you, she's still deeply rooted in her boy-crazy phase. Or she desperately wants to wed Waddles to some unsuspecting critter outside. Wait, I thought he was already married to Gompers, the goat. Oh, okay, that works. Okay, Waddles and Gompers are renewing their vows today, and I can't find Gompers to put his wedding gown on. You gotta help me find him. You weren't exactly actually expecting your second answer to be right. Oh, wait. Mabel. Okay, wait. Mabel, just calm down for a second. But we have to find gompers! The ceremony's in 20 minutes! Waddle wriggles free and runs down the hallway to freedom, ignoring Mabel's shriek of protest as she chases him. You're compelled to go back to bed, deciding this is almost definitely a dream, but jog after Mabel regardless. Oh no! There they go! Whoosh! You catch sight of Mabel jumping just as she leaps over Dipper, who's sitting on the floor with a large array of graph paper and crude pencils. She runs to the back door, suspiciously open, after Waddles' snorting self, yelling at him not to lose his tie. What? Mabel, what's going on here? Waddles wedding gompers? You're a little out of breath. Mabel's fast. Dipper smacks a hand to his forehead, dragging it down his face dramatically. Of course. She told me they were renewing vows or something. Of course she told me they're renewing vows or something. They got married last summer, but she misses the pizzazz of weddings. Dipper looks non-lucid? What the heck does that mean? I'm gonna look that up real quick. Let's see. Non-lucid. Non-lucid. Surprised and confused so much that they are unsure how to act. You learn a new word every day. But you can tell he's at least a little invested. Are you gonna help her with whatever that was? I don't even know what's going on. Yeah, that's Mabel for you, but that's her thing, I guess. There's a moment of silence. I'll help if you do. Thanks, Dipper. And with that, you run past him. Dipper stutters of surprise growing fainter as you head outside. Mabel's already a ways away when you burst into the shack's backyard. Fortunately, Stan and Ford are nowhere in sight. You're not sure you'd think of them. What you think of them. You're not sure what you think of them finding you searching for a goat bride, as Mabel calls to lure Gompers home. Come on, Gompers! I already booked the second honeymoon, and the caterers are gonna be mad! Runaway brides are so cliche! She's seriously invested in farm critter marriage, or she's watched way too many dramatic movies. Or both. Maybe, yeah. Gompers, come on, goat pal, where are you? You hear Dipper head towards Mabel to help her look, so you veer in the opposite, opting to cover more ground in search of the runaway goat bride. Let's check under the stack's foundation. Inside Stan's car? What the heck? You duck to your knees. To look under the house. There's a large hole that leads somewhere underground. But you figure Gompers isn't down there. If that's Ford's illustrious basement Dipper's gushed about. Let's look on the roof. You walk backward and put a hand to your brow, shielding your eyes from the sun as you search the scaffolding of the shack. Nothing. You continue to walk. You continue walking on to the side now until the rays of sunlight obscure the view above the sign for the gift shop. Rather serendipitously, a cloud glides overhead to block the sun. You're able to look higher, seeing the misspelled lettering, the various wear and tear in the roof. and a small billy goat munching on a part of the weather vane. Oh, the poor weather vane. That thing's been through so much. Wait. Hey, Mabel? Yeah? You point up to the roof at Gompers. Here comes the bride. Mabel shrieks, Gompers! And sprints into the gift shop, slamming the door so hard the open sign flips to closed. There's a moment of silence, then something flips open on the roof of the small balcony, and Mabel pops out from underneath, climbing up to the roof, attempting to coax Gompers down. There's a ladder up to that small balcony inside the gift shop. It's pretty cool for fireworks. Mabel pulls the oh god, where the heck did she get the sandwich? Come on. That's really unhealthy. Mabel pulls the sandwich from her sleeve. You can't help but imagine what else she has up there, and waves it in Gomper's direction. He trots over towards the balcony, hopping down to Mabel's level, and snatching the sandwich from her hand, she grabs the goat and heads back down the ladder into the gift shop. Oh, Gompers, you can't get pre-wedding jitters anymore. You're already married. You can't get away that easy. Thanks a billion, Rebecca. You saved the wedding. And with that, Mabel gets to work on wrestling Gompers into his dress, yelling commands to Dipper to grab Waddle, who thankfully didn't get his bow tie dirty when he dashed away earlier, and get everything ready for the most important ceremony in the history of ever! Maybe an exaggeration, but Mabel's excitement undoubtedly contagious. Okay, once Dip finds Waddles, I think we got everything. Oh, of course, in the Vicarator Proud Mother musical guest combo. Dipper's gonna take pictures for my scrapbook. Hey, I never agreed to that! Dipper, please! I gotta officiate. It's officiate. You mean, right, Dipper? Right? Do you mean officiate? See, I'm so busy I can't even talk right. Please, Dipper, I'll help you with some nerd thing later. I pinky swear. Okay, I'm gonna go on a little rant here. I love Mabel, I truly do. But the fact that she whines so much to Dipper to have him help her with some silly project, I mean, it's like, what the heck? Because, okay, I know I'm gonna get some hate for this from my Gravity Falls fans, if you're even out there. Basically, when the last episode, spoilers for anybody who hasn't seen it. Who hasn't seen it? I mean, it's been out for like 12 years or something. Actually. When did Gravity Falls come out? Okay. Huh. Alright, give me a second. 10 years, okay, never mind, that was close. Basically, the last episode, when she was whining about how Dipper wasn't gonna be there for her, like, I get that. That's sad, but honestly, I like, I kind of wish my husband was here so he could help me talk about this. Because he has, like, differing, thoughts and opinions, but he's playing his hobby right now. So, you just get me. But the way she whined kind of really got me. But Debate in the comments. I don't care. As long as it's, good, Dipper contemplates this, hand on his chin, mirroring his grunkle forward, of course. As long as you actually do this time, then yeah, I'll take pictures. Mabel jumps up and down with excitement, jostling poor gompers in her arms. Yay! Thank you, Dipper. I owe you one. This is what the best brother looks like right here, Rebecca. Haha. Okay, you don't have to cover the whole thing again. I'll get back to... Waddles, you get back here! There he goes! Okay, now that we have fixed that, that means we have... Wait! Sue's left already! My ring pair is gone! Oh no, what are we gonna do, gompers? Gompers gives an intelligent answer of bah, chewing on his wedding veil. I could ask her, but I don't know. Gomper chooses the moment to look into Mabel's eyes and bleed at her insistently. Mabel naturally takes this as a sign from a goat. You're right, of course this is your special day. Again. Mabel turns to you with pleading eyes. Oh no. Hey, Rebecca, could you be the new ring bearer for this ceremony? It would give me no greater honor. I'm just gonna go through with it. I'm very invested in this partnership, Mabel. I gotta see it through. Mabel beams, obviously very pleased that you're taking this as seriously as she is. Thank you, Rebecca. Let's get this show on the road, or this wedding on the backyard. It still works. Mabel runs back into the house, and you hear thudding upstairs faster than a hungry Waddles. Gomper, thankfully, still occupied by the half a sandwich Mabel taunted him with to stay put. Okay. Oh. What? Mabel comes back soon after with a fluffy purple pillow and 2 clear sticks. After snapping the sticks in half, glow sticks. They're glow sticks. She curls them into small bracelet-sized rings. These are so much more fun than rings. Plus, Waddles can put it on his tail to look super handsome. Waddles oinks in agreement in his mad dash out of the house. He's lost his top hat. Hold your hand. Hold your hands out, palm up, and get down so you're not as tall. Dude, I am 5'3". I am short. You come up to my hips or something. They can't put the rings on each other if you're way up there. She's got a point. You duck down to your knees in the dirt, and Mabel turns your hands palm up, reverently placing the pillow and the glow stick rings atop of them. Okay, Mabel. I'm here with camera for... Rebecca, why are you on the ground? You gesture to the happy couple with a wide arc of your arm. They need a ring bearer. Well, I guess they do. Mabel nods, small hands on her hips. She looks over the wedding scene and mumbles to herself, checking things off on mental checklists. Okay, I think we have... Wait! I forgot the flower petals! I'll be right back! And there she goes. And she's gone again. And she's gone again, leaving you alone with a pig groom, a goat bride, and 2 glow stick bands of matrimony. Goatrimony. That actually kind of works. I love the writing in this because it makes me laugh. It makes me think that Alex Hirsch actually wrote this, but I know he didn't. You decide not to crack that pun on Dipper, who's examining the disposable camera. He pops the back open and sighs. smacking a hand to his forehead. This one's out of film! It must have been the one Mabel used at Candy's party. He looks up at you and shrugs. I'm gonna have to go get one of my spares. Make sure these don't go anywhere or Mabel will... Well, you know Mabel. You haven't known Mabel as long as Dipper has, but you understand. Immediately. Oh, geez, okay. You're left in the backyard with a groom's pig, a bride goat, 2 glow sticks, and a broken disposable camera. You'd love to say that you've been in this situation before. You unfortunately have not. I'm very happy for you both, Waddles and Gompers. Both animals turn to you, nonchalant to the current state of events. I can't believe Mabel forgot the flower petals. Jeez. Oh God. Here comes Fortune Dan. I hope. Just as you go, continue one-side conversation between the human, goat, and pig, you hear 2 voices coming from the house. 2 very familiar voices. Listen, Sixer, if you hadn't gone off about the wobbly gunker, gobble wonker, Stanley, has Dipper really never told you? Then you would have figured out the kid at the store we needed, and we'd have, I don't know, the stuff to fix my house after you got a car stuck in it. It's still my house. And besides, if he was a fisherman, he needed to know. And there they are! Yay! I get to see Stan again. Footport's my favorite. Both Stan and Ford round the corner, just to find you sitting on your hill next to Waddles and Gomper, brandishing a pillow and glow sticks in the dirt. The 3 of you stare at each other in silence. Oh God, what has my life become? Mabel needed a ring bearer for the wedding. It's at that moment Mabel kicks down the back door, runs to your side, and throws rose petals atop of your head. Ta-da! Look at their faces. You blew a rose petal off the tip of your nose and grins at Mabel. I think our bride and groom are ready to renew their vows, don't you? Mabel nods at you before turning to her grunkles, lighting up a 100-watt smile. Yes, Grunkle Ford, Grunkle Stan, you guys got back just in time. And just like that, Mabel pushes Stan and Ford between you and tugs their hands so they sit across from you. Stan complains about being on his knees, and Ford asks Dipper exactly why the pig and goat are returned. Fits with whether you know both at this point. I love this. I freaking love this. Oh goodness. Oh God. Oh, tired. Mabel makes way with the wedding, and you sit cross-legged, the pillow and the glow sticks rings in your lap. Every so often, Mabel stifles a theatrical sob, wiping a very real tear from her eye, and before she turns to you for the rings. Oh, Mabel, how should the betrothed wear the rings since they don't have ring fingers? Just put them on where you think they fit the best. One around... Ooh, yeah. One around the goat horn and one in Waddles' tail! Yes! You get up and promptly crunch down in front of Waddles and Gompers, playing your ring bearer part very seriously. A glue stick goes around one of Gomper's horns, and you place the other on Waddle's rear end, hanging off his curly, cute tail. I now pronounce you husband and husband again! You may now kiss the goat. Waddles sniffs at Gompers and snorts. That definitely counts. Dipper reappears with a new camera, and Mabel throws more rose petals at him. After you get stuck to his fluffy hat, he rolls his eyes but retaliates by taking a very close-up picture that flash temporarily blinding her. Hey, save the film for the renewedly weds. I need plenty of pictures for my scrapbook. You owe me a new camera for this, Mabel. He sounds annoyed, but his fond sibling smiles and gives him away. He starts taking pictures of the happy couple, getting odd angles as Mabel pushes them into silly poses. There they go! You step away from the scene and go to head back to the house. Being a rare ring bearer is supposed to work. But Stan and Ford stop you before you make it to the door. Speaking of, drinks. Hey, Rebecca. Thanks for playing along with Mabel with the whole wedding thing. We're both glad you're willing to entertain her whenever we're gone. She didn't, make you do it, did she? Oh, God! What would she have made me do? Oh, she didn't. She needed a ring bearer, so I stepped up to help. Stan and Ford arch their eyebrows mad. Look at them! I love it! I love these two! I think what I'm gonna do after I do this Ford route, I'm gonna do the Stan route. Because I want to see where that goes. I'm very invested in the marriage of a goat and a pig, you know? The three of you laugh and pat your shoulder. Ford gives you a warm smile. Well, I'm glad you're into all that because she is. Thank you for that. Yeah, kid. It's nice of you to be nicer, you know? Yay! Ford takes a step on the patio, peering down at you through his cracked blood glasses. You'd be somewhat intimidated if it wasn't for the fact that he's blushing. I appreciate that you occupied the kids for Stanley and I while we were out. Both of them seemed to like you being around. You grinned at him with a shrug. It's no problem. They're fun to hang out with, even if I'm gonna have some strange photos in Mabel's scrapbook by the end of it. Ford smiles, sweet and almost kind. It's your turn to look red when he looks at you like that. Oh, look at him! Oh my god, that's so adorable! Well, if you'll excuse me, I've got things to get back to. Yes. He walks past you into the house, Stan following soon after. Stan elbows forward, and it looks like he muttered something to him, but you can't hear what it was. Whatever it said. Ford looks scandalized. Hey, Rebecca, you're gonna miss the party. We've got popsicles. I call the red ones. Pineapples are mine. I call dibs. But the pineapple ones are the best! Mabel and Stan wrestle over a yellow popsicle, while Dipper contently unwraps a red one, holding it above his head out of Gomper's way. Ford gingerly picks out a purple ice pop, leaving the chest open for you to grab one as well. While Mabel and Stan aren't looking, you hide the pineapple popsicles at the bottom of the chest. Dipper sees and starts laughing but doesn't tell. They're a strange bunch. The two sets of Pines twins. but they're certainly making your summer a lot more exciting. Your stay at the mystery shack continues. Your wreck of a car sitting outside in the heat of the setting sun. That was adorable! That was so adorable! It's another day with nothing to do. But wait! Your schedule is surprisingly clear today. Ford usually has something going on for you to help with. And if not, Stan, Seuss, or the kids do. Who do you want to find? Ford, obviously. You pass through the living room. Mabel spots you from the seat at the table. Rebecca, I was hoping I'd see you. Come on, I want to ask you something. Oh, jeez. Oh, lots of glitter. Oh, no. Mabel points down at the table with a raspberry pink colored pencil. Her art supplies scattered across the table lie across various sheets of paper, brightly colored doodles. And lots of glitter. Hey, I love glitter, but... You see a drawing that looks like a cross between Barney and Godzilla, a page full of puppies, and a page with a drawing that kind of looks like you with... Is that Ford or Stan? Mabel's not finished with it yet, but the telltale jawline gives it away. You sit... Oh dear. You sit down at the table across from Mabel, and suddenly she gets the feeling you get at a job interview. It's intensified when she puts her organized chaos of papers aside and steeples her fingers over the table surface. Rebecca, I'll be frank. I've been trying to find a match for my grunkles for a while, but I never seem to get their matches made. I'm sorry, a match? But then, it's like you were pulled from thin air, attracted to the shack by a magnet of love. It was a sign, and this week just made the chemistry you share with him obvious. You know who I'm talking about, right? Ford. Yes! Grunkle Ford's great with family, but he's still guarded. You're the new person I've seen him actually get interested in. Maybe, if you get to know him, he'll see that social interactions aren't that bad, or so hard. Maybe love was on his horizon all along. Love? That's a jump, to say the least. And anyway, though I've had the chance to share some quality time with Ford, you still feel like there's a huge part of his story that you're missing. How much do you even know about him anyway? And why do you want to know so much more? Mabel, Ford and I haven't spent all that much time together. Sure, we've shared a couple of adventures, but... What? Nothing! Adventures are the perfect bonding material. I know that firsthand. But you know what really gets this chemistry going? Or talking to him? Maybe? I mean, come on. What? No. I'm thinking something more romantic. Hold on. I'm getting an idea. I'll get everything ready. Rebecca, you just focus on falling completely and utterly in love. Matchmaker Mabel is back in the game! Oh, jeez. Just as you exit the talk with Mabel, you run into Dipper outside the living room. And doesn't seem like an accident either. His arms are crossed and looking at you dubiously. So, I heard about Mabel's plan. I just left the room. Well, word travels fast, and Mabel sends out mass update texts. His defensive posture softens a bit. Just tell me one thing I know. One thing. I know my grunkles can look after themselves, but can you promise me you won't hurt my Grunkle Ford? You can trust me. Okay, Rebecca. I'm remembering that. Text notification sounds and Dipper checks his phone. And be ready at any time. For your date with Grunkle Ford? Oh god, I'm gonna go on a date with Ford! Oh my god, I think that's gonna happen in like the next episode. This feels awkward enough. No offense, Rebecca. It's just my Grunkle Ford is actually going on a date. Do old people even date? Kind of hard to wrap my head around. I hope Mabel doesn't ask me for my help tomorrow. I mean, I have enough trying to date for myself. Mabel calls down from upstairs. Hey, Dip! Stop! I need your help tomorrow! Well, never mind. During the next few days, you, Ford, Dipper, and get further into the DD and MD campaign you left off on. You have time to flesh Alex out to complement Tyros and Rehernan on the team. Dipper tells you the... Oh, jeez. I skipped it. Okay, here we go. Dipper tells you 3-person troop is actually small for D&D and D-Comp group. But you've been getting the hang of the game, mostly taking advantage of Ford's helpful nudges in the right direction. Aww. You notice Ford staring at you at the game sometimes, during the game sometimes. Darn it, I did it again. I'm sorry, guys. You've noticed Ford staring at you during the game sometimes, and you can't deny that you've been doing the same. After your, fateful chat with Mabel, you're on aid to wait for her to pull something out of her sleeve. Every time she bursts into her room with a fistful of crayons, you jump, at least a foot in the air. I mean, I would too, but like, come on. I mean, Mabel is kinda like Bill at times, you know? You've been doing your best to pretend everything's normal, or at least normal as it gets in the Gravity Falls. You ventured out into the town earlier today and did some tourist-worthy exploring. You ran into the Pines family at Grease's diner about an hour later. According to a giddy Dipper and an exasperated Ford, a door to another plane had appeared in the fridge instead of food. Post-documentation and inspection. And lots of skeptical squinting from Dipper and complaints from Stan. Ford had suggested they wait it out. It was gone by the time you got back. You secretly hoped to catch a glimpse, but when you asked Ford about it, he assured you it was nothing special. He wouldn't even rank it among his top 10. He'd said, pushing his glasses up his nose. After the fridge-related events, the shack felt quiet. Dipper ventured out with his camera equipment off to film something amazing, and stands in his office checking in with his sources. Whatever that means. Oh, there we go, yeah! Okay, that leaves you and Ford both intently reading on the shack's patio. It's warm and comfortable, yet the overhead hang shields your eyes from the blinding summer sunlight. You glance over at Ford. He looks calm and collected, same as he's been all week. Conversely, you've been a little nervous around him ever since Mabel's matchmaking interview. It's not that you haven't thought of him in that light before. It's that you never planned on actually trying it out. You could always ask Mabel to call off the matchmaking thing. After spending the past couple of days convinced Mabel was going to spring an unavoidable romantic situation on you at a moment's notice, you'd rather not live with that anxious anticipation. You settle back into your book, a paperback Ford lent you. It's a jargon-heavy sci-fi with an abstract cover. You probably would have overlooked on a bookshelf. And you think you're about to see the glimpse of the plot after a 3-chapter introduction. You go to turn the page. Dear. Oh no. But the back... That was weird. But the back door slams open, Mabel explodes onto the porch, armed with oven mitts and an apron. Oh, look at her little apron! Rebecca, run, go forward! I need your help and I need it now! Ford sits up with a wide-eyed look, fixing his glasses that had been startled off the bridge of his nose. What is it? Is something burning? Something burning in the kitchen? I need help baking. Ford relaxes enough to leave a bookmark in his dog-eared novel and closes it, but looks to Mabel with an air of bewilderment. Granddad's throwing a... I can't even read that! My German folks! I can't... Nope. I can't... Nope, I am not trying to pronounce that. Just no. Party for Marius when he comes to visit, and I volunteered to make cupcakes. I was like, yeah, I can totally bake a batch of cupcakes. But as it turns out, smoke unfurls from the back doorway, inevitably followed by the screech of the fire alarm inside. Mabel wrings her mitted hands and winces guiltily. I can't. Oh, Lord. Oh, no. I have time. Mabel rushes back into the house, and you and Ford coming close after. You reach the door in time to see Ford, unruffled, drag a chair over to the smoke detector, disabling it as easily as flipping off a light switch. As for the smoke, you head straight to the kitchen window, opening it, fanning the smoke out of the house. Oh, jeez. Okay. Mabel looks guiltily at you both, attempting to waft the smoke out with her oven mitts. Now that you really look at her, you notice there's flour on her sweater and the kitchen floor and the kitchen counter, leading to one lopsided bag of flour surrounded by a similar mess of ingredients. You look like you could use a hand, Mabel. Why didn't you ask much sooner? I'm sorry, Uncle Ford. I wanted to make them myself. She wilts under exaggerated despair. But I need these cupcakes, and I need your help. She points at Ford. And your help! Then Mabel then moves her pointer finger to you. Oh dear! Both of you absolutely need to help me with this. Please. Oh no. Here we go! She looks between the two of you with those Mabel patented puppy dog eyes, and whatever will you had left to resist crumbles immediately. You pat her on the shoulder reassuringly. It's alright. Baking is a difficult art. Even professionals have days off. And, you glanced at the kitchen of the oven. It was still lingering smoke. I think adult supervision might be good right now. Mabel nods, looking between you and Ford. It'll be easy peasy with you and Uncle Ford helping me. You look to Ford, and Ford questioningly looks to Mabel. Why would you need help from both of us, Mabel? Because I need to make like a bajillion of these. So many. This is a huge party. Plus, the more people that make them, the more love these cupcakes will have. There needs to be so much love in these cupcakes! That doesn't... Please, Uncle Ford. You and Rebecca are super conveniently the only ones who can help me. Maybe Dipper. He's out filming and won't be back till sunset. It's gotta be you two. Ford. Oh, look at him! Oh, God, Ford. Oh, that poor man. That poor, sweet man. God, no. Ford glances hopelessly out of the hallway for one moment, and Mabel gives you a conspiratorial wink. while he's not looking. Then it dawns on you. This is your match-made date with Ford. Is it getting hotter in here? Or isn't that just the oven? Well, please. Go Ford. Rebecca is already gonna help out. Right, Rebecca? Yes, that's what I want. Heart picking up its pace, you hazard a look at Ford to find him oddly contemplative. And now compared to before, he looks to you for a fleeting moment. You catch the corner of your eye. His attention's back on Mabel by the time you register it, and Ford nods at her. Alright, what do we need to do? Alright, folks, and that is going to be the end of part 3. Save that. I hope you are enjoying Swooning over stands, and I'm hoping that I just hope that everything is recording, obviously, and I hope that you like, subscribe, comment, everything, and I'm hoping that like I said, I hope that you're enjoying everything. Be sure to like the video, subscribe, comment, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.